Now, today I want you to know that your Old Testament is divided into how many parts? Did you hear me yesterday? 5 parts or divisions. The first one is called the Books of the Law. These are the first 5 books in your Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. These 5 books are called the Books of the Law. Then come the books of history. There are 12 of them. And then there are 5 books which follow called the books of poetry. They're written in a Jewish style of poetry, and when I explain all that to you when we come to them, you'll appreciate reading them a whole lot more. And then there are 4 major prophets: Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Daniel. And the rest of the Old Testament, which follows them, are minor prophets. Now, I want you to remember this. The major prophets are so called for only one reason: their size. They're not more important than the minor prophets, they're just longer. In ancient days, scrolls were shaped from animal skins, and to accommodate the size of these leather rolls, the smaller writings were gathered to make up one scroll. The weird thing was that they were pulled out of the storyline and lumped together without concern for the dates they represent. And I'll walk you through that at the right time in our study. Just treat them with the same respect as the larger books. Now I want you to think about the New Testament with me. There are 7 divisions in the New Testament. First of all, there are the synoptic gospels. Now, that word synoptic isn't an egghead word. You know the word synopsis. It describes a summary of something, right? Well, the synopsis gospels are a summary of the life of Jesus from his birth to his death. And there is the second division, which we'll call the fourth gospel. That's John, because it doesn't give a summary of the life of Jesus. Matthew, Mark, and Luke are summaries. John is not. It picks out the miracle signs Jesus did that prove he is truly God. The third division gives us the history of the church, the book of Acts. And then the fourth division are all the letters written by Paul to churches he was working with. It's interesting that they have been put in their order not by their dates, but by the way Martin Luther regarded them. Since Romans was the book that blew him away, he put it first. The fifth division is the book of Hebrews. Luther, again, you see, this is one of only a handful of books that doesn't mention who wrote it. Some think Paul did, so when Luther translated the Bible into German and the Gutenberg Bible became the first one ever printed, he stuck Hebrews at the end of Paul's letters and just before all the other letters written by different men in the sixth division. So if Paul wrote it, fine. If somebody else wrote it, fine. It's kind of stuck in there. Then we have the general epistles. Here we have letters written by Peter, James, John, and Jude. And the seventh division is the book of Revelation. 7 divisions. Now, I don't care whether you got all that straight or not. I just wanted to get you wet with a little shower of information. In time, you'll soak all that information up without even trying to learn it. Turn to the table of contents in the front of your Bible. Do that right now. And as you do, mark the books these divisions fall into with your special pen we talked about. You're on your way to 1 year that will take you through the Bible from cover to cover. and I'm so honored to be your guide, my friend. Ralph Neighbor here. May Christ be revealed in every step you take. As my Chinese friends say when parting, 再见,再见.